There's one account that you told me, which I found very interesting, with two tribes that they made a treaty. Tell us about that.
Well, when I was in the service, there was a Mohawk gentleman who was also in the service with me. And he was sharing a story from his people about there was a time where the Allegeni, which is where we get the name for the Allegheny Mountains.
Sure.
That was the name for the giant
And this
tribes.
is, Alleghenies are where?
Up in the northeast area.
Okay.
So,
Pennsylvania, New York.
Right,
okay.
The Allegheny Mountains. And according to their oral tradition, they had a very huge stronghold right across the river. And so they would frequently raid. When I say they, the giants would raid the villages, taking the women, taking the men. They would easily, grab a warrior, bite their head off, drink the blood. I mean, that's the sheer size and stature of these giants. Well, the Mohawk put out a call to gather the warriors together because something had to be done.
Sure.
And I'm paraphrasing because there's a very specific way our stories are told, so I'm paraphrasing. And as they gathered the people together, many of the other nations of the Iroquois Confederacy did not want to go against the giants.
Why is that?
Out of fear. Out of fear, because also they demanded tribute as well.
Let me stop you. Folks, go back to the biblical prophetic narrative, which discusses David and Goliath. You remember that the Philistine, Goliath, comes out and blasphemes the God of the Bible, and none of the Israelis, of the Israeli army, will confront this guy. And this is, the parallels to the stories are incredible.
Oh, absolutely. And so the Huron were the ones who answered the call. And so the Huron and the Mohawk sent out 2 scouts. And when they went across the river and they came back, they reported, yes, they're giants, they have a fortified city, but with the Creator's help, we can take them down. And so there was a large battle that took place. The warriors were victorious. And as a result, there was a wampum belt. Now, the northeastern tribes, they use wampum belts to record their stories. And this wampum belt still exists among the people.
Wow.
That records the story of the battle against the giants. And then the Huron and the Mohawk said that forever they will be at peace with one another because they were the only 2 that answered the call to go defeat the Allegheny giants.
Let me ask you something, and this is, question popped into my head here. That battle is how old? 1,000 years?
Oh, there's thousands. 1,000, 2,000 years
old. All right.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if they bury them in a mass grave someplace, and if the oral tradition of those particular tribes, Huron maybe, would know where that burial mound might be.
It's very possible.
Very possible.
I don't know of where it is, but it's very possible.